Welcome to Chamber Connection. I am Mary Hodson, and I am here the final time with the Chamber Connection. But I am so thrilled to introduce to you the new president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, Valerie McIntoon. Welcome!
Thank you.
The crowd is going wild. Hopefully,
Yep.
welcome.
Thank you.
I just got goosebumps. I'm so excited.
Oh.
You know, you and I have been talking for a long time because we knew that this was happening, the transition was happening, and getting ready, and like, how much do you do before and after? And now we're doing interviews, and we had another one today. We'll have more, I'm sure. But how does it feel to finally be in the seat?
I've been waiting
Yeah,
patiently for quite a while, it feels like.
yeah,
And I think for a while there, I was starting to just kind of even out with my emotions about all this. And the day before, I couldn't sleep. It was like Christmas. I was
Yeah.
up the whole night before. This week has flown by.
flown.
It's gone really fast.
Yeah,
The
really
amount of
fast.
information that's coming in and the people that I'm almost re-meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, I know them in different aspects, but now I'm getting to know them through the
Right.
business connections and through the chamber.
Right, because you've been a very active volunteer and done a lot of things, but probably not talking about their business needs. So that's going to be really fun for you.
Absolutely. I'm excited about that. I think that's one of the things that excited me most about this position, being a small business owner myself and just understanding, the different dynamics and the different things that go into that, and living in Hutchinson, and how, honestly, all those businesses, we all support each other and just working together. And I look forward to continuing that on. So,
Yeah, I'm really excited. People are asking me how I feel, and I'm like, it's Valerie. It's fine. Everything's good, right? I mean, I'm sure that there'll come sometimes where it'll feel a little bit more bitter than sweet, but this was the plan. This
Yep.
was what I was hoping for. Well, it's actually better than I was hoping for, because who knew that you were going to apply, right?
I didn't even know.
Right? Tell everybody how this came about. Like, some people don't know you.
Yeah.
Where have you been, and what have you done, and how did you end up here?
yeah. So I moved to Hutchinson in 2008 and right away attended the Living History Tour. I moved at the beginning of September and then went to the Living History Tour through Historic Hutchinson and got engaged with the community right away by joining that organization, which I'm still a member of today. And from there, it just kind of kept going. I feel like I kept building the community around me by finding different ways to volunteer. And then I started working at the Clay Coyote, and then I started working at Zella's, and then we started our company. And so through the transition of all of these different things, I just got to know the community in so many different aspects. And being from a military family, I had grown up moving my entire life. I had never really lived in one place for too long. So this is the longest I've ever lived anywhere and decided to put down roots. So yeah,
That's gotta feel good.
it's nice. I really like it here a
Yeah.
lot.
So this feels like your hometown.
It's my hometown. It is. When people
love
ask,
that.
they're like, what's your hometown? I'm like, well, it's Hutchinson.
Yep.
They're like, where are you from? I'm like, I don't know. Everywhere.
Everywhere. That is hard for my friends who are in the military and share that with me.
Yep.
Like, you just don't have that spot.
No.
And each spot has a memory or two, depending on how old you were, right?
Yep.
Has things that you love, probably some things that you didn't care for. But then it was time to move on, and that's the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
But now you've really dug in.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, I always said I would never been able to be a chamber person without loving the community. I mean, that's the only reason that I am in this seat, right?
Yep.
Because I just love the community.
Absolutely.
And I feel like you are coming from that same kind of space.
Yep.
But I feel like you're really integrated in so many different organizations. So yeah, let's just give a little rundown of some of the things that you have done in the past.
Yeah.
And maybe even talk about Compass if you want.
Sure. So,
People, Valerie, people. Half of them know you, half of them don't.
well, this is a great opportunity for
Yeah.
that other half. I'm excited. I co-own Compass Occasions, which is an event coordinating company located here in Hutchinson. We're celebrating our 10th year in business right now. 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, we opened Arts Place, which is an intimate historic event venue, and we've been running events there, and we'll continue to do so moving forward along with this position. Some of the things that I get really excited about in terms of my volunteering, I think they just speak high to my hobbies and interests. I'm a member of Historic Hutchinson. I'm involved at the Riversong Music Festival. I newly joined the PTO last year. My kids are both elementary age, and I wanted to get more active in kind of what's going on in their worlds. Gosh, I know, I'm trying to think of all the fun things that we like to do.
I know, I always feel like you have your hands in something, but part of it is the event planning as
Yes.
well. Like you helped with Leader Cast
Yep.
and Women's Leader Cast, and you've had your fingers in a lot of different things
Definitely.
over the years.
And supporting nonprofit groups and supporting businesses in Hutchinson is just an extension of our business.
Yeah.
And so when I heard that we were retiring, we come storming over to your office and came right in. We're like, what is this news? And then I remember thinking, I'm like, huh. And I remember thinking that, like, they have to really love the community because you've got to know, just how to work with people and how to talk to people and how to be approachable to people and just all the different things that come along with it, in addition to leadership and just the knowledge. And ironically, my business partner was the one that suggested that I even go for the job in the first place. So Kayla basically told one of our friends, she's like, oh, I think Valerie should go for the chamber job. And then she called me afterwards and she's like, yeah, so I might have mentioned to a friend that you should go for the chamber job. I was like, that friend is on the chamber board. She's like, oh, I know. I'm quite aware. I was like, way to throw my hat in the ring for me. But
throw it right in there.
honestly, I feel like in life, for me, once I've made the right decision, sometimes it's not really clear getting there. And at that time, I was really looking. I was searching and trying to figure out what my new path was going to be, what direction I wanted to go in, because I felt like, honestly, the universe had laid out probably 5 different ones at that point. And now that I've gone down this path, it has felt right and felt not easy. What word am I looking for here?
You told me you felt peace.
Yes, I feel peace. So
Yeah, it's not going to be easy.
No.
It's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. I mean, I'm going to hand you everything I can, but life will throw you lots of different things.
Yep.
We talk in the industry that no chamber is the same. You've met one chamber, you've met one chamber. And so I think Hutchinson is unique in the fact that you do need to know the community to lead the organization. There are other communities, maybe they're bigger or maybe they have a different nuance to them that maybe that wouldn't be true, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to, I could go work at other places. But I think for Hutchinson, this is like the best of all the worlds. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I agree. And now just seeing the back end of it with all the different organizations and the committees and the volunteers and the dedicated people that also make up the Chamber of Commerce, which is extensive. It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes people think it's Mary, and no, it's not.
Yeah.
It never has been. It's always been about a group of people.
Yep.
I've been the face that people see, but it is truly, as you said, about a group of people that come, dedicated committees that are really moving the dial for a lot of different things. Childcare, agribusiness, think local, the ambassadors, the design team for leadership, the board itself, right? They're literally making changes and adjustments to help business. The bottom line is that's what we're here to do.
Yep. And interestingly, all those people with their full-time jobs and with their businesses and with all the responsibilities they have, and they step up once more in the business community and they're just there to help.
Well, and and I think that most people who are watching this probably also know, our community, our business community, is very dedicated to what's happening in the community because they recognize a vibrant community is good for business.
Absolutely.
And vice versa.
Yeah. And they're supportive. They're cheerleaders. They're always trying to help you. I mean, even down to Kayla and I had started our business and had gotten no further than basically deciding we were going to do it. Next thing we know, we have the ambassadors. They brought us over to the Hotel Jorgensen back when the chamber was in that location and gave us this giant basket of 3M products. I still remember they actually circled around us and then they started firing off questions and it was super intimidating. But same time, every one of those people, when we would reach out, they helped us and gave us resources and were there to support us in our new business. And 10 years later, I still rely on some of those people when I have questions.
Yep, absolutely. And that's the part that we talk about it here a lot in this space about the collaboration. And you've seen it. It was really fun when I walked into a downtown revisioning conversation and you were there, right? And I'm like, because you knew and I knew, but we didn't know each other knew.
Yeah. That
this could be a possibility here, right? And so it was really fun to be able to see that, but that's just another example of that collaboration that happens in the community. Yeah.
And honestly, just giving different people voices. I felt with that committee, I was given a voice and an opportunity to be able to share that Because I think there's always a little bit of imposter syndrome no matter what you do. And especially when you're coming into something new, you're like, why am I invited to this?
Yeah.
And instead of asking that, and even like looking at the community itself, I remember thinking that about Arts Place at the beginning of the year. We were just like, well, maybe the community just can't support Arts Place. Maybe it's just not, you know, what the community needs. And then I started reframing how I thought about that. And it's like, no, what can Arts Place do to support the community? And if you start to look at your business from that scope, it completely changes everything.
Think about that little cute garage sale that you had. Mm-hmm. The free,
yep.
Give one, take one.
Yes.
That's what I always think of it as.
Yeah.
If you need something, take
Mom
it. If
Mart.
you have something, Mom Mart.
Mom Mart. That's what Kayla called it, which was lovely. And it was just.
I love it. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, ooh, I need some books, but next time I'll bring more.
Yeah,
I'll bring
absolutely.
stuff, right? Because
Yep.
I had no idea it was happening. And of course, we have littles in our world.
Yeah.
And they were so excited.
Oh, I know. And she just
Oh
kind
my
of thought of
gosh.
this. She got together with some ladies and they were all just going to exchange things. And being an event planner, let's open it up to the entire
Yeah.
community.
Yeah,
Have
'cause-
everyone come.
Yeah, that part I love. So you're coming on.
Mm-hmm.
When we're recording this, this is the first week of September.
Yep.
The second full week of work is arts and crafts.
Yes.
How are
Gearing
you
up.
feeling about that?
I don't know. I think if you and Julie were freaking out, I'd be freaking out. But we're all it's a finely oiled machine
Yeah.
between all the collaboration between the city, the police department, the chamber, and it's exciting. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun to meet. I'm looking forward to meeting the vendors. To be
Yeah.
honest, trying all the foods because I have to try them all now. It's
Yeah.
just part of my job.
Yeah, it is actually. Quality assurance is very important, especially when it comes to donuts. And
Or the waffle things.
yeah,
I saw that.
There's
There's some really great food
there's gonna be some new food this year at Taste of Hutch, so people are gonna want to come down
and fun
see.
bands.
And fun bands.
I love South Grade. I'm very excited.
And Off Duty Chief has a great following. So both of those two, one on Friday and one on Saturday, they're going to have so much fun.
He's a blast.
Yeah,
he
so
was
much
there
fun.
last year.
2 years ago, he was there.
And for
3
being a
years ago.
one-man show, he fills the stage.
Yes, he does. And he doesn't even stay on the stage.
No, he
That's
doesn't.
the part I like, is that he goes out and meets the
Goes
people
out,
and makes up
talks.
words.
Dances.
Yeah.
He gets people dancing.
I'm really good at making up words for songs. I'm just not that good of a singer. But I can make up some really good words
Yep.
pretty on spot. So I'm just saying,
Okay.
if you ever needed to know something about me.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, I was once told by staff members, I hope they see this, don't do this, Mary, because I did that once, and they're like, no, Mary, no, don't, no,
Stop.
no.
That's a good team.
When somebody's a dork and someone says, don't do that.
Yep.
Don't be dorking. Yeah, it is a good team. I have been graced with a lot of great employees over all the years, and you're coming in and you have Julie on board already,
Yep.
and now you're hiring.
We are hiring. So we are looking for an office manager.
Yeah,
We've had a lot of great applicants already.
good.
Looking forward to more.
Yep,
It's open until it closes.
great.
So someone that we just envision someone in the office that really enjoys, the day-to-day tasks that we
Yep.
just need to keep it running. I
Yep.
mean, we're talking QuickBooks, we're talking invoicing, answering the phones, helping the customers. Constantly people are coming in both doors. I mean, it's just a
Yeah.
steady stream of traffic
Yeah.
all day, every day, which is so fun, but also, as I'm learning, a little distracting at times. So it's nice to be able to shut your door so you can focus and finish something in 15 minutes and then move on.
And now I've learned what it's like to be out there.
Yeah.
Because I forgot. I used to be out there with everybody and then went into the office. And now not having an office, I'm like, oh yeah, we got to make sure that people can concentrate because there's people coming. And you've been in here in a really busy week, right?
Yeah.
We have weeks that nobody comes in
Okay.
because there's nothing really going on. But we do have a lot going on. We're going to have some for a while.
And it's been farm fatigue, so all these amazing donations are coming in. And then people are donating to the Child Care Coalition. And today, a gorgeous igloo cooler that you can win at Arts and Crafts came floating through. I saw with some lollipops. And I mean, I didn't even get a chance to talk to half of these people. But
No, yeah, it's really fun. It's a really fun time of year to be doing this.
Yep.
Yeah. So you've been to Arts and Crafts.
yeah, every year.
You've been to Taste of the Holidays.
Yep.
I'm just thinking of things that have come up.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most at the Arts and Crafts and Taste of Hutch event next week?
I love the people.
Yeah.
I love to see the people. I love to catch up. I love to talk. I like small talk, big talk. It doesn't matter, any kind of talk.
Good weather.
Good weather. We're going to have good weather.
Well, and we can't do any. Here's the thing. I don't stress about weather because there's nothing I can do about it.
Yep.
I know that Joe will keep us safe with the National Weather Service.
People
That's
have
all I can-
umbrellas
that's
and
all
rain
I can-
jackets, and we're Minnesotans, and we know how to dress for all the weather.
Yep. And I do tell people that all the time, right? We're Minnesotans. I expect that you have a shovel and an umbrella in your car, that you have sunscreen and mittens, right? Because that's how it works.
Yeah. Nope, I think just the whole experience. And then being able to see it through a different lens. You know, you go to something every year, and being a event planner, it's so different when you're in it. And maybe just a little bit of mourning. It's also very nice to go to events that you haven't planned the entire thing and get to go and experience it. But I really
Yes.
am looking forward to seeing this side of it as well. So
Yeah. Yeah,
be good.
it'll be good. It'll be exciting. You'll probably get to milk a cow next year. I haven't sprung that one on you yet. Can you tell? Because that was the real look. That was the real look.
someone said this to me, and I thought they were joking. So okay,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a thing.
It probably is really going to be a thing.
Okay.
Well, let me rephrase that. That could be a thing.
Could be a thing.
Right now, cows, nobody's milking cows. Cows are not at the county fair. We had cows at Dairy Day, but they weren't being milked.
Yep.
There weren't any lactating cows at the county fair or the state fair because there's some infection and things going on. So it just depends on what's happening.
If there's healthy cows.
Healthy cows are good cows.
Okay.
And we do everything we can. People go, oh, how come you're not milking? Well, we're trying to protect cows,
Yeah.
right? Even if we wore gloves, something could happen, and we didn't want that. So, but, I mean, you got to get your squat and your pinch going. Just
Never
saying.
done it. I've never done it.
I had
It'll be
never done it
great.
either.
But those dairy princesses can do it in heels and gorgeous dresses, so I can give it a good shot.
And dairy princesses don't always win. I'll give you all my tips later.
Okay.
About picking the cow.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. It's about picking the cow.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you, because you know them well, I was mentioning this yesterday. You were on the very first Hometown Conversations podcast.
I was.
Roman and Jill. Roman milked a couple of years ago, and he picked the red cow in honor of Jill, his redheaded bride. I don't think he milked very well, or the cow didn't get milked very well.
Yep.
She wasn't the cow to pick, but he picked the ginger for his ginger.
For his ginger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet?
that is really sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so what's next?
Arts and crafts. We're going to do this.
Yep, we are.
And then you'll be with me full time, as promised, through September.
Through September, yes.
And then come October. Why don't you share a little bit about what you're doing?
Okay. Happy to. So October, I'll kind of be in and out when you need me. And it'll also depend on your hiring schedule and how that looks. I know that you're going to find the right person, so you're not going to just knee-jerk hire somebody to fill a seat. So
Yep.
you'll be very intentional. So I'll come in and help and fill the gaps for that, do a little bit of training in October. However, I do have a couple of new gigs.
Yeah.
So I will be working for Goldman Sachs October through December as a business advisor. They have a program that is facilitated through their foundation, and it's called 10,000 Small Businesses. And they're up over 16,000 businesses that they've helped now. And I'll be a business advisor for the first ever Minnesota cohort. And I will, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of doing what I've been doing, but like some of the best things that I love about that. And this was really an opportunity in the retirement from the chamber to just say, what does Mary want to do? What does Mary love and get energy from to do? And also, what can I do some part-time and just take a little bit of a break?
Yep.
We've talked about the fact that this isn't an easy job. It's a great job. It's my favorite job, but it's hard. And most people know that we had a medical situation in our family a couple of years ago, and I just need to kind of heal from that. It's not my medical, but it is my mental,
Yeah.
right? So I just want to be honest with people because we don't talk about mental health enough in this world. And so if maybe I'm talking about it, somebody else goes, oh, so it's not really that she's crazy. I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm going to take care of myself mentally and physically and have the time to do that. And then I've started a new business called Hudson Solutions, which probably will launch really fully in January. And when I say fully, I mean it'll launch then. I'm not planning on speaking and training and facilitating things 5 days a week. But it's certainly something where I can take the best parts of what I've loved doing over the last 12 years and the things that I've learned over the past, 20, 25 years of work, take all those things that I've learned and hopefully instill some of that knowledge with other people. So, yeah.
That's exciting.
It's really happening.
And then other things. You'll have space for other things too.
Yeah. Maybe some space to take care of some grandbabies when mom and
grandbabies.
dad need help.
Yep.
And we have one getting married next year. And so we have a lot of fun things in our family coming up. And I want to make sure that I'm present in a healthy manner, in a healthy way to do that.
Absolutely. It's so important. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I've had people go, but you're always smiling. And I'm like, yep. Have you ever seen the commercial where somebody walks around with that smiley face
Yes.
thing, but they don't look like they're happy? That smiley face is representing somebody faking it. And I'm really good at faking it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm in a good place. I'm healthy. I'm okay. I don't want people to worry and go, oh, this isn't good, right? I don't want that at all. But I just know for myself it's time. Plus, I'm pretty pragmatic when it comes to the organization. I knew it was time for new blood. And now we have you. Like, I got the ice cream cone with the cherry on top and a popsicle all at the same time. We are going to do, we're working with producer Liz, we are going to do a last Mary episode with some design team members.
Oh, great.
And so we'll do that here at HCVN. I don't think this is the end of you seeing me. I'll be doing some stuff for Water Carnival next year, and maybe Liz has something in her back pocket that we've talked about, a couple of things. So we're not moving out of town, right? I love Hutchinson.
You'll be here.
My dearest best friends are here. And the chamber is really important to me in the things that it's been able to do, and I'm really proud of the things that we've accomplished. Somebody asked this morning about my biggest accomplishment, and then they right away mentioned the murals. And murals comes top of mind for a lot of people because it's had a really big impact and it's very visual.
Yep.
But honestly, Val, I think one of the things that I'm most proud of is how we helped businesses during COVID. And of course, that was part of my demise, if you call it. But we were able to get businesses information very quickly.
Very quickly.
And in some cases, before the governor was able to make his announcements, because we had some insider track that helped us. And so I'm really proud of that. Literally, we saved restaurants and other businesses scheduling time, ordering, like when they were going to close down, like I talked to 3 that day. They're like, I'm in the middle of an order. Thank you. Right. And then people would start calling and go, okay, we've been hearing rumors. Do you know anything? And then we could help them with that. Then, of course, as things progressed, there was also the entire, here's a grant, here's a grant, here's a loan, here's a loan. And I was able to actually go into some businesses, chamber members or not. I went through some shoeboxes of receipts with people to help them figure out, oh, well, this is a report in QuickBooks. So if you have things in QuickBooks, oh, well, how do I do that?
That was really hard to watch as a business owner. Some other businesses that are also friends that just didn't feel they had their accounting enough in order to go for these grants that were their lifeblood. And they needed it.
And they needed it.
And during that time, some of these they weren't all legitimate. There would be grants and loan opportunities coming through that were scams, and being able to have a resource like the chamber be able to tell us, go for this, don't go for that, do this, don't do that. Here's information that you know and trust, because there was so much misinformation out there during that time too. Even from an event standpoint, how many people can we have? How, just all the things and trying to follow all the rules and keep your business open. It was amazing having so many resources in Hutchinson to tap into and be able to continue on.
And so I guess, the purpose of the chamber is not necessarily to beautify our community, although the murals are a tourism for sure, 100%. But I guess that's when it comes down to, for me, is the fact that people felt our worth, saw our worth. We had businesses, like we had a couple of businesses, and we said, we're not going to drop anybody because they don't have money to pay, right? The travel industry was hit hard, right? And you watch these businesses who are the events, as you know, an event, somebody who makes stuff for events came in and they were the first person to say the word COVID in the office. And I'm like, yeah, but is that real? I mean, we all were at that point, right? But I think that in itself is where we had people who couldn't pay, and we had businesses, Valerie, who called us and said, my guess is you got some businesses that are struggling, and I believe in the chamber. Can I just anonymously pay for somebody's chamber membership? Because I have business right now, and I can.
It's amazing.
That's amazing, and it's a testament to our community, and hopefully a testament to the importance of the chamber and what we've been able to provide for people. And now, with all the changes that have been happening legislatively for businesses, that's really where we're at right now. You're going to be in the thick of it as 2026 starts rolling around, because this whole next 18 months or so are going to be so important for businesses and everybody to figure out how this is going to work, because there's not really a real good idea of how it's going to work yet. They're working on it. The state has hired somebody who knows what they're doing and has done it before in another state, Pennsylvania, if you're wondering. And he's coming in to do this. So it's not like MNLARS. We always kind of tease about MNLARS and how the licensing didn't work out so well. This is a different situation, but it's also going to take a lot of people and a lot of training. So I think that's my bottom line. Like, we helped people stay open. We helped people learn how to pivot. We helped people learn how to do some marketing along the way. And that's the thing about COVID, right? A lot of people go, oh, it was so horrible. And I'm not saying COVID wasn't horrible, but there's always silver linings. And we saw a lot of silver linings. We saw the generosity of Michael Foods, the Friday before Easter, and we had no idea how big that was going to be. We would have put it in a different place. But the police worked with us so beautifully, right? And they just kind of jumped in, because I don't think they knew either. We didn't know. We didn't realize that we were going to take up how many blocks of Franklin, and people coming off of Main Street. And then, okay, well, they can't come off of here on this block. They got to go down another block. They got to go down another block. We were 6 blocks down on Franklin trying to get people in. Everybody was wearing masks and handing out food. It was a chilly day, but our volunteers just plowed right through it. Our board members just stepped right up. People were in tears of gratitude. And I think those are the things that we can see that helped all of us learn a little bit more grace, certainly understanding about mental health. Even people who never dealt with it before. So, yeah, I think we did pretty good as a community.
I think we did too.
All right, we're going to wrap up here. We just have a couple of minutes left. What are you thinking for the future? When you think about the future of the chamber, what are the words or thoughts that come to your mind?
I would say engagement is huge, especially right now. I want to be more connected and more connected. I'm extremely extroverted, and it fills up my battery to connect with people and understand them. So I'm really looking forward to that aspect of this job, which I think is a huge part of it.
Absolutely.
I'm also a big helper. I love to help people. And so I feel like supporting people moving forward. And these all just fit right into our mission. And I think that's one of the reasons that I wanted to do this in the first place. These align with my personal goals. And so moving forward, looking at the growth of what that's going to be. Hutchinson has grown me so much over the last 15 years compared to when I moved here. And just everything that it has given me, I always say, if I could have planned out my life, it never would have been as good as it is right now by the opportunities that I've been given. And I think even this position is just a great example of that. And it just, I don't know what it is yet. You know, you just don't know what it is.
You know why we love her so much. I'm so thrilled. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it again later and later and later, but a perfect choice for our community. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, friends, it's been a joy. It has been an honor to be with you for the last 12 years. And as we segue, transition, turn the page, find a new chapter, find a new book, Valerie will be with you in the future. It's been an honor, and I thank you for your time and listening.